Welcome to the So Happy Success Show. Coach Rebecca here. Today is all about what to say on social media. Let me guess, you don't know what to say and you don't think anyone will listen, but the ones that do are going to judge you. Like, I get it. I feel like I've done all the things with social media and certainly have tried a lot that hasn't worked, and then a small pool of things that really have. So today, learn from my mistakes so that you can start to open up this world of social media marketing for you and for your business. So before we get started, please like and subscribe. It helps so much. And I love a comment. If you've got a question, oh, please drop it. And let's dive in, because hack one is like my number one hack for many things, and it is to do market research. So look no further. I did a 21-day challenge called Pondering to Profit. It was on my Facebook page at So Happy Success. You can still see it. And it's so interesting because it was, 21 days live, 15 to 30 minutes a day with ease as a result of hack one, which is market research. Oh, market research, praise the Lord. It is the easiest way to find your content. So I want to give you two ways to do it. I'm going to give you the long way, the hard way first, because I like to do things that way. And then I'm going to share with you the easier route. If you're still kind of dipping your toe in, you're really not sure, you're super nervous, you're maybe dealing with some anxieties creeping up, there is another way, and I'm going to literally demo the whole thing. So it's going to be so easy. And way one, so the longer route, shall we say, the less trodden path, is that you're going to go out and you're going to find this social media content yourself through doing your own market research. So your own market research can look like you are going to ask your audience, you're going to ask your followers, you're going to ask the people that are in your niche, what do they want? What are their challenges? What are you not seeing? What are the words that they're using to describe life right now and what they want in the future? So this one takes a little bit of time. I totally appreciate, because you're going to be reaching out to people. You want to get on a phone. Imagine getting on a phone with someone. Oh, I know. But getting on a phone with someone, getting on a Zoom screen, if you pay for Zoom and you record it, you can get the exact verbiage. Oh my gosh, that is gold. That will pay you in profit, trust me. And that's one way of getting your market research, is having a pool of market research questions and asking people essentially what are their challenges and what do they want. It's very simple. You could actually literally just do it, those two things, and then what do you want to solve that problem? And you could just ask them 3 questions. It could be as simple as that, or it can be as detailed and specific as you want. The more detailed the question, the more detailed the response. The more open the question, the more creative the response. So find people and ask them questions. That is as simple as market research is, But if that feels still a little bit out of your comfort zone and you're kind of floating between a few ideas, so you don't necessarily want to do that in-depth market research first, I will live and die by Facebook groups being a source of gold, like a total gold mine on social media. Because if you go into a Facebook group that your niche maybe hang out in, so for example, for me, I hang out in a lot of entrepreneurship groups because I love me some entrepreneurs, and I work with women that have that entrepreneurial spirit and want to become coaches and are just like struggling on the struggle bus with that imposter syndrome. So I'll go into those groups, and then if I'm choosing between two ideas, at one point in my business, I was choosing between, do I do relationship coaching or do I do business coaching? I had the same amount of testimonials in both. I had not similar results, but similar scale of results on either side. So I really had a question to ask myself, and I just went into Facebook group and said, what if I could wave a magic wand today and fix? Would you choose first, your business or your relationship? That was an answer like that. Such a simple question gave me the answer that I needed, gave me the clarity that I needed so that I can move forward. All right. So it's so simple to use little things like that, little polls. And another way to do it, so that's the kind of longer way where you're going to ask people specifically, you're going to get them on the phone, you're going to talk to them. If you're still feeling a bit nervous, you're not sure, this is the first time you've done this, oh, there's the fear, and you're not ready to take that next step, then something else that you can do, and you can also do this to check your market research. I do this to check my market research, and you're going to look at someone else's market research. And I'll tell you exactly how to do that, because I want to give you like an in real time demo. And this is so embarrassing, but I didn't know who Marie Forleo was. My mentor, Brendan Bouchard, speaks about her a lot, but I didn't really know who she was. So I pulled up one of her offers before I jumped on. And interestingly, we have a very similar pool of people that we work with. So I was able to, get some reaffirmation that the wording that I was using is likely to be the wording that my target market, my audience, my niche are using, because she's equally using the same thing. So all you're going to do is you're going to find someone that's doing what you want to do. Maybe they're doing it to a different level, to a different scale, but they're working with the same people that you want to work with. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to their page. So all I did was I went to Marie's page, and then I chose a product that she has. So I'll read it out for you because it's literally right here in front of me. It's called her Time Genius program. The doors open September 12th, 2023. And she has an ebook that you can, if you give her your email, she'll send you this ebook. Now, little extra marketing tip, typically long form content converts to higher quality of buyers. So people will spend more money with you if you give something more upfront. So if you're going to give someone a whole ebook upfront, it's likely that they're going to give you more money. Alex Hormozy teaches a lot about that, but that's just like an extra little ninja hack. If you're looking for people to pay more, you have to give more. That's pretty much period. We don't need to labor that. So I jumped onto jointimegenius.com, and there's a beautiful picture of Marie. She's stunning, by the way. If I could have her hair, oh my days. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down. So I'm going to scroll down past the part where the email is, and then I'm going to look at, okay, well, what did you say that I'm going to get by the end of Time Genius? So apparently by the end of Time Genius, I don't know, I haven't done this program. I'm not endorsing it. I'm not endorsing it. It actually seems really cool. Who knows, in September, I might go. So by the end of this, you'll be able to set the right priorities, 2 to 5x your creative output, banish procrastination, distractions, and toxic guilt, and skyrocket your energy and joy. So what that tells you about this particular client that she's looking at, which is very similar to my client, they're probably time poor, and they're maybe just not the happiest with what they're doing, and they feel like they're kind of spinning their wheels. It's a Time Genius program. Of course, it's going to be for people that are spinning their wheels. And equally, the tagline is skyrocket your profits and joy without working harder. So these are people that have their own businesses if they're skyrocketing their profits, right? So it tells me, oh, Marie's market research tells her that people that are in the niche that she's looking at have problems setting priorities. So I can make a YouTube video, how to prioritize, how to set the right priorities. If I wanted to use the exact verbiage, always use exact verbiage. It's so much more helpful. She's working with people that want to 2x or 5x their creative output. So they're probably not getting the time to be creative. But you could literally make a YouTube video or a podcast or a program 2 to 5x your creative output. You're probably dealing with people that have elements of procrastination. They get distracted easily. They experience toxic guilt. And you're working with people that, if they want to skyrocket their energy and joy, don't have energy and joy. So how do you get more energy? How do you get more joy? These are questions that you can answer as posts and in your own stories and in your own words. And you can scroll all the way down, and essentially the things that you want to look for are the same things that we looked for when I said, you could literally ask 3 questions and you'd be done with your market research. Is, what are the person's challenges? What's the pain that's pushing them? What is it that this person wants? What's the vision that's pulling them? And how do they want you to deliver it? So you'll see all the things that what's inside that Marie is sharing. And then she highlights her lead magnet again. If you scroll down, then there's videos of her, and it tells you all about lifetime access, which is huge now, because usually people are not giving lifetime access. A lot of people are, it's a monthly subscription service. So, that's a gift. and it's a little bit about her. And then as you scroll down more, this is the next piece of gold, is your testimonials. So the testimonials, personally, I think that she does a really great job with this, is that her testimonials have, they'll have like a header of a particular part of the testimonial. So for example, this first lady here, her name is Emanuela. She says, our bank account has grown exponentially. We have money flowing into our business at an unprecedented rate. I'm the most fulfilled I've ever been. Okay, well, amazing. That tells you that people want to experience this result. So they want to grow their bank account exponentially. So that's something you could use if you've done it as a result. If you've done it, then you could use that as something that you have, something that you're maybe even working towards in your marketing, in your verbiage, in your content creation. So that could be the basis of one of your posts. And what she does that's really, really great is, if you look underneath that, then she gives the whole testimonial, but then she bolds what is so important, and it says we're actually on our way to financial freedom. And that's what her clients really want. So she's highlighting the things that they really, really want, like a Spice Girls song. What do you really, really want? So that's one way you can do, or another way you can do market research. So huge shout out to Marie Forleo for creating that page and like letting us hack her, market research. And the thing is, you can do this with anyone in any niche, because everyone has sales pages at this point. Sales pages are huge. So you can literally go in and look, and some people will do better than others. Some people, it falls flat and they didn't get it right, and maybe they didn't do their market research. So look at people that are leaders in the field, as I believe she is, because my coach mentioned her, and Brendan Burchard does not mention anyone that's not like insanely awesome. So all you want to do in any piece of market research is you want to note the pain, you want to note the pleasure. So you want to note the pain, what are they getting away from? What do you not want to do? What do you not want in your life? The distractions, the procrastination, the stress. What is the pleasure? What do you want? The financial freedom, the location freedom, the spiritual freedom, the health, all the things that people would want from your particular style of coaching, because this is different for everyone, right? And then you're going to look at, if you're looking at someone else's market research, what is the bold type in their testimonials. And if you're looking at your own information, it's how do people want this to be delivered? How do they want it to be delivered? So once you do this, you'll have all of the questions to answer, right? Because whatever they have said, you're answering the question on it, or you're creating content around it. And then you'll start to see what works for your specific audience in your social media through your own insights. And that's another video altogether. But that is hack 1. And hack 2 is for the multi-passionate among us. So remember that you can still show the rest of your life, and you can share it with a twist. So you're going to share it with the twist of a result. So for example, if you follow me on Instagram, it's So Happy Success, just putting that out there, shameless plug, then you'll see that quite often I will post pictures of the sunset, or I'll post pictures of life around the ranch. I live on a ranch in the middle of Texas, in the middle of absolutely nowhere. And it's magical. I live here with my husband and Oscar the cat. It's a good life. So we're very fortunate. And quite often I will post pictures of, ranch life. And I always highlight, I have this because of my location freedom. I have this because of my business, because if I had stayed in my 9-to-5 job, then this process would have had to have looked so differently. It would have looked so different to what we experienced when I chose to immigrate from Scotland to Texas. And I don't know what we would have done, because it would have just been so different without my business. And I highlight that. I have this location freedom because of this is what my business has given to me. I'm a business coach. People want location freedom. That makes sense for me to share that. But I'm equally getting to share, this is where I live, yo. It's so great. You get it's like a double whammy. I'm not sharing it just because of the location freedom, but it's something that when I see the location freedom that I have, when I remind myself of the gratitude, then I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I do have this. This is a gift. I created this. I built this. I built this business to the point where I could have this freedom. Oh my gosh. And that's what people want. Well, I'm just going to share the result. So maybe for you, you coach anxiety and you get outside and you take a picture of the outdoors and you're like, this is something that alleviates my anxiety. So grateful to have put this into practice. Maybe you're spending time with your friends and you couldn't have spent time with your friends 6 months ago because you were too nervous to go out. And then it's saying, so grateful that these guys stuck by me when things were hard. And it's so important to have great people in your life. Like, share a lesson behind every share, or at least have an undertone, or you have the understanding. It's a bit like, my husband is an author and you can check him out at ZD Nesbitt. He is also on YouTube and podcast, The Practical Dreamer. And I will never not plug that man. He is just the greatest gift in my life. Anyway, for him, he's a creative writer. So quite often he has to know the story behind the story so that the story actually makes sense, right? So for example, if I'm reading his book and there's someone in it, I don't want to spoil it because it's going to be great and it's not out yet. So say the main protagonist, that's a word that I learned from my husband. I think it just means the main person, main character. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, because I don't think that's correct. But the main character, let's say, in the book, imagine her, we'll call her family is, she doesn't have her parents are, it's like Harry Potter, the parents aren't there. So he has to know what happened. I don't need to know what happened. I just need to know that something happened. Maybe he'll explore it later, maybe he won't, but he has to know the behind the scenes of the story. So you have to know the behind the scenes of your stories. Why are you sharing that you're eating lunch out on a Tuesday in the middle of the day when everyone else is working? Why are you sharing that? I'm sharing that because I don't have a 9-to-5 job and I create my own schedule. So why are you sharing what you're sharing? Every post should have a purpose. It's not just like post and pray that someone likes a pretty picture. It's post with a purpose because it's a part of your passion. So it could also be, other things are, you coach spirituality and you share behind the scenes time lapse of your meditation, or you're present in Disneyland with your kids and you're going on the roller coaster and you're seeing it as some kind of enlightenment spiritual experience. This roller coaster is like the journey of life. It's seeing things in a slightly different way. It's being a gardening coach and sharing a photo of your family and saying, I grow people too. It's what's the business slant and what's the purpose of the post? Like, what way can you see this that it allows your clients to have insight into your life and into your world? And that is hack 2 for the multi-passionate sharing with a business slant. Hack 3, and I've said it before and I'll say it again and I will say it to the end of my days, it is a part of my vibe theory implementation. You have to schedule in the time or you won't get it done. If you want to make it easier, ladies, you will batch create this in your follicular phase. Just saying, if cycle syncing is something you do for your business, pro tip. But when you sit down to create the content, you absolutely must hype yourself up, take the adequate breaks, close your eyes every 52 minutes is a bare minimum, just to close your eyes and get that visual screen break. It's so important for your mental health. It's so important for your eye health. And you want to be supporting your creativity to flow, not forcing your creativity to flow. So allow yourself to get creative. Go for that walk before, middle, and end. Go for 3, do whatever you want, right? Take your time and have silence, have music, work from home, work from a cafe, play with it, have fun with it, see what works best for you. Social media can actually be fun, because the thing about social media is that we all freak out about it and we're all worried about it and we're all scared of what will we say because they're going to judge us. But you actually have an opportunity, and this is why most people coach, and this is why you're still here. Most people coach because they want to help people. And the interesting thing is that social media gives you an opportunity every day for 24 hours, 24/7 to help people. I'm not saying let it run your life or let it take over your life. I don't believe in that. Like, cut the scroll, right? But I am saying you have an opportunity every single day to share and to help someone out. and to help people, if that is your purpose, you have infinite access through social media. So let's start seeing it as an enjoyable thing, as part of the purpose, as part of the passion. Marketing isn't this scary thing that you have to do to get clients. It's this gift that you get to give people. That, yes, on the back end, if you make deposits, sure as shit, you will make withdrawals. So the more that you put into it, just like I was saying, that tip with Marie's sales page, giving an ebook away, give more, get more. So this isn't, you have to be harsh on yourself. You have to share 24/7s of your life. Like, as much as we'd all love to be a bit more like Gary Vee and his posting schedule, which is incredible, what a machine, you might not be. That might add a little bit too much pressure, a little bit too much stress. I totally appreciate that, especially if you're at the beginning. So remember, it's an opportunity. It's a place where you can go to help people. It's a place where you can have fun. You can actually enjoy the process. It doesn't have to be stressful. My best content is created when I just don't care, when I'm just having fun. And not don't care as in like nonchalant, as in I don't care what I look like because I'm enjoying myself. I'm just laughing. One of my best performing posts lately was my husband came around the corner in the grocery store and starts recording me, and I'm dancing because the grocery store like music is on, and we go to the grocery store on a Sunday, so it's not like there's like a million people. Like, it's very quiet. I'm like looking at oats, I believe, and I notice him filming because he goes, "Hey babe," and I turn around and then I just start like dancing and freestyling, and I posted it, and I was like, "When you're unapologetically yourself," and it's done so well. And well, by my terms, is like anything over 1,000 views is like my brain's gonna blow up. So it's done so well, and it's just because it was fun, because I enjoyed it, because it had a purpose, it had a message. It was very simple. People overcomplicate their content because they see all these people doing amazing, incredible things. Like, I would love to have some aesthetically pleasing content. One of my friends runs a page called at Scotland Magic. You can check it out, Gabby. Oh my gosh, like, I personally believe she's the world's best photographer, and I just think she's incredible. She is such a gift to this world as an energy, but I will never have the aesthetically pleasing feed that she has. Never in my wildest dreams. Unless I hire her to literally curate it for me, there's just no way. That's not my skill set. It's not something I'm investing time into either. So I'm not like, let's not put ourselves down. Like, I want to be really clear whenever I say things like that. It's not to say I'm not good enough because she's so much better. It's to say she's gifted, she's talented, she's worked for it. I'm not prepared to work for it. So I can just like look at her work and revere it. But we look at it and we think, oh, my content doesn't look like that. My content's not as good as Gabby's. I could easily do that, but I don't. I don't. We have different markets, we have different niches, we have different talents, we have different gifts. Lean into those gifts and have fun with your social media. I hope that was helpful. Just to recap, 3 things to find out, or 3 hacks to find out what to say on social media is: do your market research, is have a business slant in your shares, and to schedule it in. Your power question today is: how could you business slant your shares? Because I think that'll really start to shift the perspective for you over time. So when you're posting something, how could you business slant this share? And in the meantime, I'll be over here believing in you, and I'll see you next week.